How you doing, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about Mortal Kombat. I couldn't resist. I saw this a week ago, and and before I was watching I was praying that it needs to be better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation. For us, this is in the first Mortal Kombat movie back in the 90s. There were two: the 1995 one, which I talked about in my last review. And of course, it all went down the shitter with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. You know, the one with Sindel says, "Too bad you will die. Too bad you are in this movie." And boy, was that horrible. Hell, I wouldn't even touch that movie with 35 and a half feet pole. Now, this one is quite different from the 90s movies. For one, it's rated R. About damn time, would you think? It's like doing a Deadpool movie even like a Deadpool movie that's PG-13. Oh wait, that actually did happen. Twice. Once upon a Deadpool was pretty much PG-13 Deadpool 2. And the less we talk about origins, the better. Sorry. So throughout the whole movie the movie starts out with how Scorpion Sub-Zero, pretty much Sub-Zero or Bihan kills Scorpion's wife and son, and here's something: he has a daughter. Scorpion, not Sub-Zero. That would be weird. So after that, Scorpion tries to kill Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero kills Scorpion, and pretty much Raiden takes the child, the baby girl, and hides her somewhere. Many years later, the Outworld has won 9 out of 10 Mortal Kombat tournaments, and instead of winning the 10th one, they decide, let's just invade Earth right now. They decided to kill all their champions. Wouldn't it make more sense if Earth was winning and the tournaments, and Earth was like, we're not gonna fuck the rules. Let's just go. It wouldn't make more sense that way. So, and here's another thing. This character name is Cole Young, who's a new character. This is giving me. If anyone's getting, this is starting to remind me of the Resident Evil movies with Alice. And now I've only seen the first Resident Evil movie. I'm not watching sequels. I've seen some videos on them, and I was like, oh wow, this doesn't feel like Resident Evil. And here are my thoughts on Cole. He's bland. He's as bland as a block of tofu. That has more personality. All I know about him, he has a wife and he's related as a scorpion. This is just fucking. And a lot of people, and luckily some people, a coworker of mine thought he was going to become Johnny Cage. Or maybe some people, he and a lot of people speculate he's going to become Johnny Cage because he's a cage fighter. I think that would be the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. Though I heard Ryan Reynolds is considered to be Johnny Cage, and I would definitely see that. They're both cocky assholes, and the only thing I can't see is Ryan Reynolds doing the splits. I can never see him punching people in the nuts, though. He tried to punch a giant metal man in the nuts, but it ended up breaking both his fists. And so the tournament is pretty much Cole being protected by Sonya Blade, Jax, and Kano trying to find Raiden's temple and training for the Mortal Kombat tournament, which never happens in this movie. Shocking, isn't it? Yeah, For stars, at least they got some of the casting right for ethnicities. For one, they actually got some Asian character actors to portray some of the Raiden. For one, Raiden. The actor was in the Thor movies as Hogar. He was one of the Warrior Three. He's in the one of the Warrior Three. The guy dressed in blue. You'll know who I'm talking about. And a lot of people can agree that Kano did steal the show, and I have to agree with him. I did find him I admit, I kind of found him annoying, but when I was rewatching some of the clips, I was like, yeah, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. There is a lot of fan service, like Kano wins, fatality, like flawless victory. There's the pits. Also, you have Melina and no katana? That's like doing a Venom movie about Spider-Man. Oh wait, that actually did happen, and I actually like that movie. Also, I missed the 90s first, the original Shang-Tsung. Like, this one just feels more like, oh yeah, I'm Shang-Tsung. He's not really memorable. The original was more memorable. Your soul is mine. Though I do have to say Melina was a bit improvement in this one. For one, she does have the Baraka teeth. Okay, the Tartuka, whatever Baraka species is I keep forgetting. And also Cabal's in here. And he already has is in it. And he knows Kano. And he's the reason why he has to wear that iron lung mask. I will admit the mask looks a bit something you see a cosplayer wear. Along with two other villains I don't even know. Okay, keep in mind, the only Mortal Kombat games I have played was Armageddon. Okay, which include everybody, but honestly, I don't think I would even remember anyone's names in there besides, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and all the other guys. Also, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Yeah, that was not a good one. And of course, the rebooted timeline, which were better. And yeah, those are my only Mortal Kombat games I played. So I wouldn't know the rest of the characters. Unless NetherRealm does another game that includes those guys in it. I think they're going to include Cole, but I'm not looking forward to that. And they also introduced something called Arcana, which is pretty much this mystical MacGuffin that gives them their powers. For example, Kano's Arcana is shooting a laser out of his one eye, which is just ridiculous. It just looks more like Cyclops lost X-Men lost an eye, and he gets to shoot lasers out of his one good eye. Couldn't they just give him cybernetic parts? Or maybe they're saying that for the sequel? Who knows? Also, probably one of the best fatalities I've seen is when Kung Lao throws his freaking hat and it turns to a buzzsaw and slices the vampire chicken in half. And he says, flawless victory. Kind of a shame you got killed off. Oh, spoilers. Speaking of spoilers, there's barely any Scorpion in this movie. You only see him in the beginning and the end, and in the third act. And sometimes you see him forming his rope dart thing, his spear thing, like here. And yeah, he's barely in his own movie. That's like doing a Justice League about Superman is barely in it. Wait, that does happen. And it's not in both versions of Justice League. Honestly, and there are some few. In conclusion, what are my thoughts on Mortal Kombat? Well, it's okay. I do have some pros and cons to it, but here's something. Here's what I wrote in my Letterboxd review of it. It's better, still better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and that's what it is. Still better than the Mortal Kombat Annihilation. So, in the meantime, take care.